Yo. Yeah, so I'm whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'm here on Just for the Just chatting right now. That thing is probably like the best thing for me right now, because I feel like I'm not really in like the best of mood, and I don't know exactly how to overcome it, but there's nothing I can really do at the same time. To be honest, it's like there's like so much stuff that like when you have it within you, there's like so much things that you can't do or fix. Honestly, like, one thing is I wonder is how much pain does a person go through until he just loses faith that anything works, or loses faith in anything. Like, I don't know how much pain people have to go through to actually sit there and realize how much they suffer, and then how much that for them to not feel suffering, they just give up after that. Yeah, is it like, my thing is that, is it easier just to like stop having faith? Because I've met a couple people that they stop having faith for the longest time, and it helps them go through their life much easier. So much easier. Again, I don't know. I've had like so many things that people tend not to care about. Well, I think they tend not to care about because they don't care to know about me. And I think that happens with a lot of people too. People go through so much pain and nobody tries to understand them because it doesn't revolve around them. And if it doesn't revolve around them, then why should they care? It's probably their mindset. Like, so many people have so many issues to go through. So why should they bother helping others? Me, I've never believed in that. I've never wanted to believe in that. I've always put people before me. I've always done it. I've honestly always put people before me. It was just because myself doesn't matter. My opinions don't matter. Myself doesn't matter. And with that being said, it's like, that's why it was easier to help people. Like, sure, I would have like emotional issues, but in the end, it just wouldn't matter. I would just throw it away. I would literally just throw it away. It didn't matter. Forgiving people was easy, to be honest. It's not their fault. Nobody knows exactly ever what they want, and it's not their fault. They're human. Is the answer right in front of them? Yes. Yes, for definitively sure the answer is right in front of them. It's without a doubt. But it doesn't mean that they see it. And they'll always put everything else around them to make them feel like it's not important, you know? It's like they put so much problems in the way so that it doesn't, so, you know, they don't have to see what the answer is. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to do that a lot. So, and it was just so much easier to do that way, to not look at it. But now I always see what the answer is. And with that being said, because it's so much easier now with that answer, I don't have to worry about anything else. And forgiving people and putting them before me is just much easier that way. I mean, even now, my pain is not important. My pain is not important at all. There's this anniversary that I have that I go through every year, and it doesn't get easier. But when the days pass, it just passes. And with that, I'm able to do more. Most people end up like, I don't know, and there's a lot of people that I've known that still don't know about this anniversary because I can't tell them. Because what would they care? You know, they don't care. My pain is not their pain. And I've never been around somebody who generally takes my pain as their own. So, with so many years of that being said, I'd rather turn around and make it so that other people's pain, I would take it and try to help them, because trying to get sympathy was just useless. The sympathy for them was to get sympathy from them was just is needy. It just felt needy, and it didn't help me grow. So that's why I decided my pain wasn't important. That's why I decided to put other people's needs before mine. Because there's people that need to grow. You know, they need to be able to do more because they can make a difference, and they can make entertainment for people, make people smile. Those people need to be able to do that. So they shouldn't stay depressed, or they shouldn't let something hold them back. And for that to happen, they need assistance. That's why I've always tried to help people. Like, and even people are random. Like, I've always wanted to tell them to talk to me so that they can be able to, you know, have someone listen to them. Like, really listen, not fake listen, just actually listen. Maybe now when you're sitting here, like, doing this stream and trying to talk by yourself is, like, the hardest thing that you can do. Because it's no different than being alone with your thoughts, and how there's billions of people on the internet. It makes you wonder, wow, with billions of people on the internet, how do they not want to talk? And talk about their issues so that somebody can help them. Because it's almost like they want the same people they know to help them when those same people they know never bother to help them. So why? Why bother looking for them to help you when you know they're not going to? Find somebody new. Because that new person could be the answer that you're looking for. You know, right now I see, like, I think I've seen 2 people come in by, and they don't even wait to talk. That's what I'm talking about. It's, people are living too much in a delusional world, when all the answers they can have are right in front of them, but they rather stay delusional. To me, that's not healthy. I don't think that's healthy at all. To do that is the worst thing that you could do. So, yeah. I remember also like how many times I'd seen evidence of people, you know, lying to my face. They still lie, you know, and yet it makes me mad, but I forgive them because it shows the kind of mental state that they are, like the age that they are, the person that they are. Because it's easier to lie, which again is leaving reality. You know, the whole point was that we were supposed to be doing better. We're supposed to be doing better. We're supposed to push ourselves up, make ourselves better. You know, because how long do you want to wait? Do you want to wait till you're 40, 50 years old to finally open your eyes to see that's what you want? And then after you do, then you'll have no time after that. Because you never know when you're going to go. And I think a lot of people run away from that reality is when are they going to go? So they sit there and rather act like they're immortal. You know, do all this stupid shit, keep running in circles, never figuring out why they can't go in a straight line. These are all things that I had problems with. So many things that I had problems with. Like all these same answers, all these same questions and issues, and then I found those answers through, again, making it that I put other people before me. That was how I was able to find these answers, because my personal self didn't matter. It was trying to help other people. That's what mattered. Because they know once they got that help, once they got their opportunities to hit through the roof, they were able to actually do something. You know, their creative talents, their ability to do the job they were meant to do would soar. And with that, they know they've never been happier. But what's funny is that I've seen people who get what they need, get the opportunities they need, yet they're still not happy. Now, is it truthfully that you're unhappy, or you're trying to make yourself unhappy? Because the attention of why are you unhappy is what you're seeking. Comes to the point to me is that stuff shouldn't matter. The stuff that you're possibly that is making you unhappy, the stuff that has been gone from you, that you're still pushing the past up again to make yourself unhappy, that stuff doesn't matter. That stuff shouldn't matter. You should look forward. Take chances. Not being afraid of what the outcome is going to be. Because the outcome will be the outcome. But you'll never know the outcome unless you do something about it. You know? Because that way you'll be able to let go and be able to move forward. That much I know is important, is learning to let go. Which, you know what's funny too, a lot of people, they watch like so much anime, so many movies, right? So many TV shows on Netflix. And these people, all these shows are people writing. They're writing down all these things, these quotes, these lines. They're writing all these things, right? And when they're writing, people go, oh my God, what a motivational quote. Or, oh my God, that's so inspiring. But yet they don't follow it. So if you know it's motivational, you know it's inspiring, and you know people should learn from this, why aren't you doing that? That's what always like astounded me. Why aren't people doing that? Why aren't they using these quotes to make themselves better? It makes them open their eyes. Oh, well, it's just a cartoon, or it's just a TV show. The story is fictional, yes.
It's a TV show, yes, but the words are fact. Words are fact, no matter what you put them in. Fiction or nonfiction, it's fact. So these quotes are fact. So why aren't we listening to them? That's what blows my mind. We don't listen to the actual facts of words, but rather point out that it's fiction. Because it came out of an anime character's mouth, or it came out of a character in a cartoon. But the person who wrote the show is real. It's real as me or you and anybody else. That's why I've always remembered these quotes and use it, because I've always tried to tell people using those quotes and trying to make them open their eyes. Again, me helping people. I just like helping people. And some people believe this can't be true. Who would really want to help them and use their time on mine? You don't even know me. Why does that matter? Right? Why does it matter? I want to help. Why is that so hard to understand? And think about it too. People look through help in psychologists, which they have to, or therapists, right? And they have to pay so much money. So much money. Where there's people out there that are willing and are able to give the same advice if you give them that chance. Absolutely free. Absolutely free. So why do we do that? Why do people not want to do that? Use that time, that free help, to help you along, guide you to be better. That's what I think is important. And, and people think you gotta be lying, right? They're like, bro, you have got to be lying. I've told people, tell me that, you're a freaking liar. And I'm like, is it so hard to believe that a person you don't know just wants to help you out? Yes, I'm sure you've had bad experiences, but that doesn't mean give up on it. Give up on the fact that people are willing to help you. They're out there. It's just you're missing them because you rather see the negativity than the positive. Everybody's making, and here's another example too. People are making so many TikTok videos, right? Do you know how many of these TikTok videos is people crying for help? But yeah, I see people trying to go in the comments and trying to say, hey, you want to talk, I'm here to talk. Why aren't you using that? What, because you think this random person wouldn't understand? How do you know this person wouldn't understand unless you give them that shot? That's why I always get examples. I always gather data. So that if I say this won't help, I know it because I've gone through research and research after research, gathering that data to tell you it doesn't work. Not just because, I had 1 or 2 bad experiences and that was it. 1 or 2? That's not enough. That's not enough. Now, if you told me you went through it 30, 40 times, then I'm going to start believing you. Like me, I'm not afraid to admit it, but my own parents don't even care about me. They don't. And I've gone through many experiences to show why they don't. Well, one, I don't know my mom. She gave me away to my dad, not even trying to attempt to keep me. And then my dad doesn't ever talk to me, As long as he has his wife, he's happy. So he doesn't need to know what his son's doing or whatever. But then he'll get that guilty conscience, Stuff like that.
I thought I finally got a comment for something, but of course it's just another bot or a person trying to sell comments. Or sorry, promote how to get viewers and stuff like that. Trying to figure out something else to say because again nobody's really here for start a conversation, you know. But I thought of something too, which was funny. I know the fact that there's people that they never want to be the bad guy. I've seen it mostly in females too. Some guys do it too. But I've seen it mostly in females that they never want to be the bad guy. The bad person. They never want to be the bad person. You know, so, but here's my thing. If you're lying to cover yourself, to make yourself look good, aren't you still being the bad person? Like, when you're doing that, to me, I think that means that you're the bad person still. Because you're lying not to save someone, not to make them not be hurt. You're lying to save your own skin. And that's the reality of it. You lie to save your own skin, where the truth may hurt, but at least it's honest. That's the whole thing, why the truth is the truth. So why do people do it? You know? It's easy for them to blame an illness or do these things, but consciously, if you're still a human being that should know the difference between right and wrong. So why lie to cover your own ass is one of the biggest questions I always ask that I could never answer from people. Is that why would men and women I should say, lie to cover their own ass just so they're not looking like the bad guy? But guess what? You are the bad person. Because your lie doesn't have good intentions. Lying is wrong in general. Where if you're just honest and tell the truth, people would respect and understand you more. People need to understand that pain is what helps them grow. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is literally what makes you learn. It's the same thing with loss. It's why losing is so important. Losing is the reason why you grow. It's the reason why you learn. But so many people today, like I said, they run away from reality, so they feel like that's not true. Thing is, I'm always seeming to want to. I'm always the person that understands. I guess sometimes I wonder, when is someone gonna understand me? Maybe never. The thing is that as long as I can make someone happy, you know, then that's all that matters. The understanding part is not important. I mean, to me, it will never be. The understanding part will never be as important as making sure people have someone to talk to and do it. That's what my real goal of the stream is. Yes, of course, there's entertainment to be part of, yes, but the whole real important thing is going through people that need someone to talk to, need help, and some guidance to make them move forward is what I'm ultimately trying to do with my stream. And to be honest, I wouldn't care how many people it took. I would try to do my very best to do that, because in the end, where no matter how much anger, no matter how much pain that you hold, the one thing you're always going to do in the end, is sit down and talk. You're always going to, in the end, eventually just sit down and talk. So why wait to do it and just do it now? Or do you honestly feel that the pain you want to keep feeling is what gives you the feeling of you're special? To me, I don't think so. I don't think that's what makes a person special. I think what makes a person special is when they're smiling, they're happy, they're able to, with that happiness, be able to move forward and make something happen in the world. Whether you become an engineer, you become a doctor, you become a nurse, you become a dentist, you become an entertainer, you become things. When you do that, you're bringing more life into the world rather than just being alone or depressed, And when you do that, it's so much easier. But no, yeah, but nothing, just yeah. Honestly, yeah. With people, other people, with each other is the way that we make people who've gone through pain, children who've gone through pain, understand that there's more out there and there's nothing to be afraid of that. I mean, even me doing this now is helping me to not be afraid of the thing that I know I have to do. It's actually helping me be better, to actually sit there and do more. Because there's so many times where you're going to do things for people over and over and over again, and they could only care about what it is that they're doing. They only care about what they're doing. They only care about how they handle, the way they speak, the way they do what it is they need to do. And if that's what makes them happy, then that's all that matters to them. That's why I feel that there has to be people like me that has to take it all for them. Because if we don't, who will? There's people's own parents that they're supposed to be doing that. Take the pain of their children and hold it tight for them so that they can be better. Or they can stop crying, stop feeling sad. So when you do that, when parents are not doing that nowadays, then they need to people that they may not know, but they get to know, become their role model, become their parent. so that they can smile again. This is not impossible to do. This is not impossible to do. People think that that kind of world is fiction. No, the world that is fiction is the one where you run away from reality. That world is fiction. And because people throughout so many years run away from reality is why these wars have started. Why wars and all these types of things have started. Not going to go too much into the politics. I know that's what Twitch doesn't allow. Not going into that. I'm just saying in a general aspect that's why all this heartache happens. Because people don't want to accept the reality that all they need to do is sit down and talk. Or let go of whatever pride, and ignorance is making them be angry and feel what they do and not understand how much a person may care about them or how much a person wants to help them. That is running away from reality. And when you run away from that reality, all that pain and everything stays. So that the actual reality that we are in seems painful, seems angry, seems like people just don't care. But the reason why they don't care is because everyone's running from reality, like I said, to just sit down and talk, to understand one another. But it's so much easier to judge. It's so much more easier to judge than to understand. That's why in the end I always try to understand people. Not be angry with them. Even when it seems in a tone of voice that I am, in reality I'm not. I can't be angry with them. I more just feel sorry for them. Yeah, in truth, I feel sorry for them. To be honest, that's why I never want to wait. Well, I mean, I know I have to wait, but I do a good amount of waiting before, I end up doing anything, making any decisions, And I know how to take things like, whether it's like working at a job or starting a new job and you want to grow and become more than an employee. I know that takes time. And I'm willing to go through that time. I would just want like the manager or people to know in that station what it is that I'm trying to do. That this is my goal, right? But it's not like I'm saying I want the goal now. I'm saying I'm willing to go through that time to what it takes to achieve that goal. And people can do this in relationships too. Like, for people in relationships, you can get to know a person for a couple weeks to like 3 months. But if in getting to know this person, you want to let that person know how you feel, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're just letting them know that I have a goal that I see myself with you. And I'm willing to take as much time to be with that person, Because some people will just get mad when they say, hey,
you know, I like you, I want to go out, and they say no, and then they're like, man, fuck you, like, what the fuck, man, like, you know, I ain't waiting for time with this fucking shit, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yo, because they say no, don't be upset. Understand that you're no longer bound to waiting how they feel. But you know what's crazy? Than that response? Is that same response to somebody that says, when they said it, they get the person saying, well, I like you too, but I want to take a time with us. And they're like, man, I ain't gonna wait. Like, bro, like, just, like, why we sit there, like, beating around the bush, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, if they're saying they like you, like that, but they want to get more time with you before putting that title on there, what's so bad about that? You know, someone like me always had, you know, people use me for their own gain. You know, people always lying to me. I had people who I thought were best friends for so many years. They were liars. They were honest to God liars. They were lying to me for so many years. Then another group that I said, okay, let's try this group and see what happens. Once again, years went by and I thought everything was working. Lo and behold, you know, you end up finding out that all they're doing is talking shit behind your back. You know? Like, there's so much that happens to a person, so much pain. But realize that when you hold it in, and you know you can't hold all that in, vent it. Vent it out. But sometimes there's people that are busy. You know, your friends are busy, or your cousins are busy, whatever who's busy, and you can't get to talking to them. That's why I would like to be that person for people. That when I go live, if they know that they need someone to talk to and there's nobody around and they can turn on shit and do that, do it. Because I'm not going to pretend here and act like I'm some rich savior that's going to solve all people's problems with money. Because for me, problems like these are not solved with money. They're solved with talking with people. People that are trying to understand you. That, in a way, is protection. Because so many people now in this world want to believe that protection is money. Money's not protection. If anything, having money you become a target because of that. It's easier for people to know who you are, to understand that you have so much freaking money by whether it's your house or this and that. There's so many ways. Money doesn't protect you, it makes you a target. You ask me, protection is creating a family of blood or non-blood. That's protection. Sad part is, even now with all this here and all this time, that even though this is only going to be an hour, so it's like 20 more minutes left, I know the fact that I'm going to end up repeating this stuff again. That's the funny part, is that I'm literally going to sit here and repeat this again whenever I have more people. Some people are probably going to be in disbelief. Some people are probably going to argue against this, no, this is not how that works. And in the end, I'm going to tell them, no matter what you may think, my opinion is that that's how it does work. But the problem is no one tries. Once again, it's a person saying that they only tried it once or twice and they think that, no, see, it doesn't work. You know how many times people have to do things for it to work? How many times people have to train and say that they care about you, say that they're here to listen. You know how many times people have to say that before they get a result, and you think that you know because you only did it twice? Or even 3 times? No. There's so much more to that. So much more. There's people that want to protect you, but you choose not to let them because you're afraid to trust off of one bad experience. Or even 2. But you ever think that that person that's trying to help has gone through the same experiences? Maybe not exactly the same experiences, but has gone through the same pain. Pain is the same. Pain is pain. It just comes in many forms. But the word pain is the same. So why sit there and hide from that? For the people who want to help you and understand your same pain. I don't know. I know from this anniversary, though, that I always go through every year is that I wish that I could have protected her. I mean, to this day, I still blame myself for what happened. But I wish I could have protected her. Because every year that this anniversary doesn't get any better. From an outside perspective, I make sure not to let people know, and that, you know, it's, in a way, it's just to make people not worry. Because like I said, I put people over myself. Like I said, I'm always trying to help them. Always trying to direct them in the right path. So they don't hurt. Always have to sit there, and there's always somebody you want to protect. And then there's some people who don't want to just protect one, they want to protect more. That's literally what I am. Is always trying to protect more. And the way that I know I can. And the sad part is that people would think that I learned this from family. But like I said, when it comes to blood related, I don't really have a family. I really don't. So I know that typically that I learned all this through what I was saying before about the shows, the video games, all these quotes that were written by someone. These quotes, these lines, these words, which are real, words are a fact. That through these messages, I was able to learn how to grow. And also, that was one part of how I grew, but the other part is obviously is pain. I had to sit there and go through the pain to learn how to be, how to be better. In the end, I'm not scared to sometimes once in a while to run away from reality a little bit. But I'm never going to sit there and leave it entirely. Because that is just not realistic. But so many people out there now, doesn't matter guy or girl, doesn't matter. They're all sitting there trying, a lot of them are sitting there running away from reality. And not understand that you have to grow. And I'm not talking about when growing. I'm not talking about you have to let go of your childish things. No. Not like that. There's nothing wrong with somebody being 50 years old and still playing video games, or liking an anime character, or collecting figures. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. What I mean by grow is learn to open your eyes and realize how many people around are actually that hope you've been looking for. Yeah. I would just think of so many people who would be wondering if they were in the chat right now. How many people would be wondering, what is the music that just keeps looping? And I would tell them it's from Fruits Basket. The title of the song is literally "I Will Protect You." I will protect you. And I know there's so many people that wish they could say that to someone. Today has been some long, strenuous day, I'll tell you that. Long and strenuous. Also, something else just came to my mind too, on how people, I feel like when people make memes and these jokes online, there's nothing wrong with that. It's always fun to laugh. But what cracks me up is that we've done it so much that I feel people once again are using it to escape reality, that then when something bad happens, they use a meme in front of it to acting like it's funnier to laugh. And it's not, to be honest with you. Not saying that, oh, we all have to stop everything we're doing. No, that's not saying, but at least acknowledge that this is what's happening. Don't just meme yourself. Because if you meme it, you're acting like it never happened or it's not there. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do that. Because then you're going to start forgetting what's real. To be honest, for how relationships, I feel like so many people hurt other people
because they're only caring about themselves, that they're not realizing that you're creating eternal damage within them. And that's causing them to forget what real love looks like. And to realizing that real care about a person, real love for a person, is not how that person looks or what that person has. It's about who they are. And no matter how you want to sit there and deny that, you know that the day you find someone and marry that person, that you weren't thinking about what they have or what they look like. You're thinking about who they were. When they spoke to you, how did it sound? How did it make you feel? When we look, we notice that their looks are there. We do, of course we do. But there's so many people now that I've seen personally who are happy because they weren't looking at, are they the best hot guy in the room? And the people who do that are the ones who end up alone. But they're acting like them going to parties, always hanging out with friends and ignoring what's important is making them happy. But what you're doing is, once again, running away from reality. So that happiness you're saying, so the happiness you think you're feeling, you're saying you're happy, is fake. And I know there's some people who make honest mistakes out there. I'm one of them. But then there are people who abuse that word mistake and continuously do what they're doing that they know is wrong, but want to not look like the bad guy and run away from that reality that what they're doing is wrong and they're not learning from their mistakes. The music's really, really good for this show. I'm telling you. It creates that feeling of what I'm trying to talk about. You know? But I know there's a few people out there who are trying to help others, and there's a few people out there who don't give up. And they try the best they can to be good for humanity. Just as basically what I'm trying to do. Because right now, this whole running away from reality for me is more like a trend. Just a phase. Probably a word that people don't like because they don't want to believe in what a phase is. They want to believe what they're believing is true. And I know that delusion. That there are things that are just not true. It's amazing how many times people don't accept people giving them happiness. That's what's funny too. Because they can't believe it's real. But yeah, so I kind of felt like I just wanted to do that, make sure I can give something out. That's all really I wanted to do. I probably won't stream tomorrow because I'm gonna rest. That's my second day off because I took I think it was Tuesday off. So yeah, I'll be back on Monday. So I hope whoever hears this can really understand that what I'm trying to do is help. That's what my stream is for. And can be good to yourself and learn to help others.